Hello, guys. My name is Lorena Ceballos. I am one of the career coaches at the Fort Wayne campus, Fort Wayne Warsaw campus. And today we're going to talk about cover letters. Fun stuff. So, cover letters, why are they so important, right? So, a cover letter expresses interest and qualifications for a particular position that you're applying to. It is personal. I mean, it's not that personal, but it's more personal but professional about your work history or about your professional background. It basically tailored the position and the company that you're applying to. It kind of tailor what you have done and how you will transfer those skills that you have to this new company. It also explains how you fit with the organization and how you will help them. What are those transferable skills that you're bringing to the table? It expands main point from your resume, and it pretty much sells your qualification to the prospective employer that you're wanting to work for. The preliminary research, sorry about that, it may actually, it's a good idea that you make sure that you cover these three bullet points. It's good that you explain your general information, the general job information, and then the desired qualifications and skills that you have. The key values and words that you use are important during your research about that company. So basically doing research about the company and looking at the job description to gather that general job information and the qualifications that they are looking for. Research helps you tailor your cover letter, basically. Look at the mission and the vision statements of the company. Look at their goals. What are their goals that they are planning to achieve and how you can help them obtain those goals? What are your skills and work values that you can bring to the company? This is an example of how a cover letter should look. And mainly, you're always going to start with your information, your name, address, contact information, which is usually your cell phone or phone number, and then your email. Always include the date that you are sending that cover letter, and then the employer's address. If you don't have the employer's address, at least try to find the HR person or the HR manager that you're addressing this cover letter. And then always the salutation, dear so-and-so, or Mr. or Miss, or if you don't have a name, then at least put dear hiring manager or dear hiring committee. Just an intro, that way you can sound very professional with that. And then basically you will break it down into 3 different paragraphs. First paragraph, middle paragraph, and then your conclusion. And always the closing, state your name again, and then sincerely, and then your name. Okay. So how to start your cover letter with a header. Make sure you address the letter to the specific person if possible. Ideally you will, most of the time you will have a contact information, the hiring manager or the person in HR that you can address that cover letter. As I was saying, preferably the interviewer. If you don't have that, well, at least the HR department. Just make sure you address it, that way you sound professional. And then always either or, if it is Mr. or Miss or Doctor, etc. The first paragraph, what is the purpose, right? So mainly is getting the reader's attention, that hook, that eye catching. You want that when you're applying for a job, because HR managers, they go through tons of resumes and cover letters every day, and they just have maybe a few minutes to go through it. So the more precise, straight to the point, and professional words that they are looking for, the better off you are to get that phone call for an interview. So always introduce yourself, explain the purpose of your cover letter, Explain why you're interested in that position or working for the company. Cover the culture and some sort of approach that you can state in your first paragraph. Explain how you will help the organization. What are you bringing to the table? They want to know that. Previous to the rest of the letter, right? So this first paragraph is some sort of an intro of the position that you're interested in applying and what are you bringing to the table. Your middle paragraph, it highlights the skills and benefits to the company. You will emphasize your interest in the company or the organization that you're applying to. You will provide some concrete evidence, like showing but not telling some of the information that you already stated on your resume. Some of that work experience that you had before, how can you put it in your cover letter as a more compelling paragraph or complete sentences that shows examples of work experience that you have in that field and that position that you're applying. Please include a specific, credible examples of qualifications for that specific position that you're applying for. And begin paragraphs with topic sentences. It's very professional when you do it that way. Your conclusion paragraph. Conclude with the next steps. Here is an example of how you will provide that conclusion paragraph. I would like to discuss these and other qualifications with you to further explain how I can contribute to your organization or company, if you know the name of the company. I look forward to meeting with you soon. If you have any questions, please call me at, then you're gonna put your phone number over there, or email me at your email address. And then the closing format for mail cover letter, always put the word sincerely, comma, and then space, then your name. And then mention that enclosure is your resume as well. Again, the cover letter is important, but your cover letter always comes, I'm sorry, I meant to say the resume always comes first. Having a good professional resume is very important, and you're gonna base your cover letter into some of your resume work experience. So always make sure that your resume is on point and then it's good, and then work on your cover letter, okay? Applying via email. Always follow the instructions or the directions when applying for a job, and also look for an opportunity to include a cover letter when you apply via email or online. The way that you include a cover letter depends on what the job posting instructions were. Applying online. Submit a cover letter and resume is usually that format. Write a cover letter as if you are going to mail it, okay? Very professional. And if you can even sign it, like print it out, sign it, and then scan it and submit it via email or online, even better, but it's not necessary. Putting your name is enough. Applying via email. If the posting says, email your resume to, your email message becomes your cover letter. Begin it with dear Mr., Mrs., etc. Include the 3 paragraphs you will normally include in a cover letter anyway. And by saying sincerely, as we were talking about, followed by your name. You do not need to leave room for a signature. You also do not need to date or the mail address normally include in a cover letter. It usually has your name at the top, but by putting sincerely, comma, and then your name at the bottom is enough. You do not need to list enclosure. You don't need to put that word. If the posting says, email your resume and cover letter to, you would write a full cover letter as if you were going to mail it. Include it as an attachment to your email along with your resume. The email message will now be a very brief version of your full cover letter. It should be 1 paragraph. That includes the information from the first and last paragraph of your full letter. For example, if the HR manager, let's say that the last name is Jackson, so you will start, Dear Miss Jackson, I'm writing to apply for the position of marketing assistant, which was posted on your website. I have attached my cover letter and resume for your review, and I believe you will find that my qualifications meet all of the requirements. Please contact me at your cell phone or phone number or your email address if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you about scheduling an interview. Sincerely, comma, and then your name. Extra tips for your cover letter. Try to be appealing and appeal to the company's values, attitudes, goal, projects, which you will learn this while you're doing research about the company. And the more research you do about that specific company, organization, or let's say it's a nationwide or international company, the better off you are for the interview, because you have a wide knowledge about the company, what are the goals, what are they trying to accomplish, and how you can be part of that and help them be successful. Explain how you will help the organization. Try to elaborate on the information in your resume. Provide evidence of your qualifications. Try to provide specific examples that they can see your skills. Proofread carefully for grammatical and typographical errors within your cover letter. If you have someone that can proofread your cover letter before you submit it, even better. There is a website that is called grammarly.com, that really helps with those little grammar error. That it is completely free. Anyone can use it, and is helpful for those comma, periods, or redundant words and things like that. So it's very helpful. Or if you have someone like us, if you need to reach out to your career coaches at Ivy Tech, we can proofread your cover letter and help you submit a great cover letter, okay? Now, letters of recommendations. This is also very important because not all employers, but the majority of employers ask for recommendations. And it's good that at least you have, well, no, I was ahead of myself. I was about to say references to have 3, but no, the letter of recommendation, it's better to ask people that knows you well, okay? So letters of recommendations are used to gather additional information about a candidate for employment, graduate study, or other opportunities that you're trying to apply to. It should give an overall picture of the candidate's personal characteristics, performance, experience, strength, capabilities, and professional promise. Preferably, the person writing the letter of recommendation has been in a working or academic relationship with this person. The letter should be about 1 page in length and generally consists of an opening, body, and closing. So about 3 paragraphs, similar to a cover letter, but all about you. What have been your accomplishments? Your, let's say is a professor that you ask for a letter of recommendation. That professor will talk about your academic achievements, how good of a student you were, how good you did in a certain project in his class. If you were like a hard worker student, if you care about that class, basically all of your commitment to that class. If it is someone else that work with you, they will talk about how good of a team player you are, or how good an employee, or how you bring value to that company. Always try to find someone that knows you well and can talk about good things about you. You should always bring your letter of recommendation to the job interview. So always have some copy with you. If you don't know how many people will be in the interview, it's safe to to print at least six copies of your letter of recommendation, just in case you have enough for everybody. If you have any idea of the number of the committee, the hiring committee, then even better. But if you don't, at least print 6 copies and that should be enough, okay? References. Again, all of these documents are separate. Your cover letter is a separate document, your references is a separate document, and your letter of recommendation are separate documents. Many people include their references within their resume in the same document, and we always recommend to have those separate, okay? So references. Use the same personal contact information headers as your resume. So the reference format should be name of the reference, title of the, so the name of the person. It's a good idea to at least have 3 references. And then you will list the name of that person, the title, the organization that that person works for, their address, their contact information. It's great to have the phone number and email. If you don't have both, it's okay. At least list either or, either their phone number or email, but you need to provide some sort of contact information. List 3 to 6 professional references, no relatives, no family member, no friends, because obviously they're gonna say the best things about you because they don't want anything bad, right? They want you to succeed in life, and they know you well, but it's more of a personal relationship compared to professional relationships. So no relative or friends. Always ask each person to ensure you have their permission before you put in their name and contact information in the reference letter. You always need to reach out to that person and ask their permission first. List references in order of importance. This should be separate from your resume, as I was saying before. And references could be coworkers, could be supervisors, managers, directors. It could be a pastor. It could be someone from church that knows you well. It could be a faculty as well. But try to keep it professional, okay? Alrighty. Thank you for your time today. If you do have any questions, you can contact us at the Career Development Department. And this is our phone number, 260-481-2282. And if you have any questions or would like to email me, here is my email, lceballos@ivtech.edu. Okay. Well, thank you again for your time and have a great day. Bye-bye.